Oh, it's a beauty, this one. Hi guys, I'm Ouch110, and you are? Oh, pleased to meet you. Today I'm reviewing Chanel's Allure Sensuelle. It's a brilliant one, this one, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I never know whether to say allure or allure. Allure, like a typical Londoner would say, or allure, like a very well-spoken person would say. I'm going to say allure for ease. So, before I say anything, I'd just like to say I have reviewed the original Allure, the one that came out, the Eau de Toilette version of it. If you care to look at that first, it's up here. Go and have a look, because that is basically the core of this fragrance. The original Allure is... Allure? I said Allure. The original Allure is the core of this fragrance. So there is quite a few differences, but it might help you understand what this smells like if you maybe go and watch that first. So go and watch it. Well, not before you do that. Now that you've done that, hopefully, now that you're back again, can't get my words out today. So this is the Eau de Parfum version. I have not smelled the Eau de Toilette version. I know with Chanel, differences between Eau de Toilette and Eau de Parfum, there are differences, quite, not drastic, but there are very noticeable differences between them. I don't know, I've not smelled the other one. Anyway, this is Allure Sensuelle. This one came out 6 years after the original. This one came out in 2000 and something. I thought I'd written it down, but I haven't. Go and check it out. I might put it under here just to save you doing any of the legwork. That's what I'm here for, to stop you doing the legwork. Anyway, so yeah, this is a flanker of Allure, if you like, and it's a bloody good one as well. A lot of companies now, just a little rant here, release flanker after flanker after flanker after variation, and there's not much originality or thought that goes into them. It's just, for me, I think it's just a money spinner, a way to just squeeze a bit more money out of the consumer. But I think when Chanel do flankers, they do them really, really well. Allure Homme, the sport version is really, really popular. The Edition Blanche version is really popular. And this one gets a lot of love in the fragrance community, and I can see why. It's going on my want list immediately. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the notes. What's in this little beautiful thing right here, which I will have the full bottle of soon, hopefully. So the top notes are bergamot, mandarin, orange, and pink pepper. I'm seeing that note, pink pepper, crop up in a lot of fragrances recently. Well, it's been around for a long time, but it's a good choice. It's a good note. It's a way of adding a really feminine spice to a fragrance that isn't black pepper, because black pepper is very green. It's quite harsh. Oh God, something just fell off the door and it really scared me. 1 second. That was weird. Anyway, so what was I saying? Pink pepper. Yes, pink pepper is a really good way to get a really gorgeous feminine spice into a fragrance that isn't black pepper. And black pepper is... I think very green. It's the only essential oil to ever make me go temporarily anosmic, which really scared me. But yeah, pink pepper is beautiful. So yeah, that's one of the top notes that I just randomly talked about. The heart notes are jasmine, rose, iris, candied fruit, and vetiver. Vetiver is a very heavy note. And then the base notes are French vanilla, amber, patchouli, frankincense, and sensual note. Or sensual notes. That could be anything, really. It depends on what your view of sensual is. So now what does this smell like? Let's put it on my hand. I really want to just spray lots of this all over me. I think it's beautiful. So, like I said, if you haven't seen my review before of the original Allure, this one has the core of that right in the middle. It's not a million miles away from the original, but it's definitely different enough to do a separate review, which is why I'm doing it. So, the opening of it, oh my gosh, it's really, really beautiful. It's, like I said, that pink pepper is giving it a tingle. It's giving it a really nice, subtly spiced opening. It's just a sprinkle of pepper. It's not, oh my god, I'm going to sneeze pepper, because there's lots of other stuff that smooth this out. It's overall a very smoothly blended fragrance, and it really does have just a typical Chanel stamp. It's very, very cool. I really like it. I did write down that if Chanel Allure, I mean, honestly, I got a little bit bored of it. I think it's really nice, but if that's the easy, casual day version of Allure, this is the kind of going out at night version. It's a bit more of a vixen. It's a little bit more, tiny bit more edgy. Still really, really wearable in every way, but it's just got a little bit more of an edge. It's just that bit more interesting, I think. So, yes. So this one feels a lot more fruity than the original. The other one was peachy. I described it as being kind of effervescent, a little bit fuzzy, a little bit sparkly. This one's fruity in a different way. This feels more a little bit like fleshy fruits to me. So it's smoother. So you've got a lightly spiced opening, and you've got this smooth fruit and the Chanel Allure stamp going right through the middle of it. It's really, really gorgeous. It's a little bit more, it's got a bit more flavour, it's got a little bit more va-va-voom to it. It's a little bit more get dressed up and go out kind of feeling to me, this one as well. This one has a little bit more greenery going on. There's patchouli in this, so that's giving it a tiny bit more greenness without being overly patchouli where it's scary and smells like body odour. It's a very refined and kind of subtle and tamed down patchouli, but it's still quite present. It's really, really cool. Love it. So I want to talk about the fact that it's called Sensuelle as well. I don't think this is any more sensual or anything, but like I said, it's about your opinion of what sensual means. I don't think Allure is sensual or alluring in any way, and I don't think this one is either. It's definitely sexy though. It's a little bit intriguing, like it's very, very beautiful, I'm not going to lie. Well done, Chanel. There's a reason why people rave about this fragrance, so it makes sense. I think it's just a slightly more intense version of the original. Yeah, and when it starts to dry, you lose the pepperiness, and all of the notes together really come together, and it forms this one easy to like and easily manageable smell that you can wear. It doesn't ever develop crazy over time. It starts out peppery and lovely, and then once the kind of vanilla and the amber and the smoother notes and these candied fruits start to make it a bit smoother, it really just is like whack. Chanel Allure, but just a few levels up, and just really, really gorgeous. It's so nice. So good. Vetiver, I want to talk about that. Vetiver is really strong. It's usually a very masculine note. It's a grass at the end of the day, and it's really kind of green and rough, and that's the kind of note that's in this, like patchouli, that's adding a bit of weight and a bit of something a bit more nightimey, if you like, if I had to put it in a box. But I don't think it's a very apparent note. I don't think, oh my gosh, I can smell vetiver when I smell this. It remains quite soft. It sounds weird, it sounds very contradictory what I'm saying here, because yeah, it's smooth, it's soft, but it's got enough punch to be able to go out at night and wear it. This version has more body to it. Like I said, the other one, the Eau de Toilette version especially, is a little bit more fizzy smelling and a little bit more tingly on the nose, where this one is a little bit more weighty and it's not as fizzy. It's got the little touch of spice, like I said, from the pink pepper, but it really is more about the fruity Chanel aspect. It smells more fruity than the other one. I did say that as well. So just very quickly, yeah, I told you about the wet stages. The dry stages go into a very easily manageable smell or scent, like I said, odour, whichever word you want to use for it, and it does stay very, very easy to wear, and it stays like that for a really long time. So if you don't like the opening, you can easily love the dry stages. If you like the dry stages, that's pretty much what you're going to get from it. So you can recognise it as a Chanel straight away. So that's it really. I get a good longevity out of it, I really do. I've had this sample, which is only this much, and I've put a few swipes on, and it just wafts all the time. So I can only imagine if you spray it, you're going to get a really good projection and a really good performance out of this fragrance. So if you're a Chanel lover and you haven't tried this, you really, really should, because it's really modern, it's really cool, it feels kind of youthful and easy and just great, really. So that's my review. I hope you guys liked it. If you want to go and get this fragrance, head on over to beautyspin.co.uk or .com. That's where I got my sample from, and I'm glad I did because I got to try it. I'll put links below. I'm Much One I Know. Click my logo to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another review. Goodbye.